So I want to tell you a little bit about me tonight. First of all, first and foremost, I'm a mom. I am the mother of 3 children who are all grown up. Now, I used to say there were 3 children masquerading as grown-ups, okay? But I think they honestly, truly crossed over. I'm also an attorney. I'm a former elected official. I have been fortunate to be elected to 2 different city councils. First in Fairview, Texas, which is over in Collin County, and then in Southlake, Texas, right here. Now, one thing you might not know about me is I am a former Republican. Don't throw me. And I want to tell you briefly about my path to being in La Madeleine tonight, right? Yes, well, I moved here in 1988. I moved to Texas in 1988 from Hartford, Connecticut. And until I moved to Texas, I had always voted for Republicans. Now, in my defense, Joe Lieberman was my state senator, okay? That's sort of Republican-like, you gotta admit. But for my very first governor's election, I expected to vote for the candidate that the Republicans put up as their nominee for the top position in the state of Texas, which was Clayton Williams. That was until I heard Clayton Williams make the statement, if you're going to be raped, sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Now, I'm not going to get into the details tonight, mostly because I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but that was a very personal thing for me, okay? And so that's when I said, Debbie, you're not in Connecticut anymore. And I voted for Ann Richards. I became involved with the Collin County Democratic Party, serving as president of Collin County Democratic Women, and as the saying goes, never looked back. Now, you know, when I think about Clayton Williams, it would be nice to say that he was a red herring for the Republicans. But then we just had something happen last week that reminded us, in fact, he's not a red herring. He's what they support. When Governor Abbott, the current head of our state, told the United States State Department that he would no longer accept refugees. And I can't tell you how wrong that is on so many levels, not just morally, economically, and frankly, biblically. I urge you to read Malachi 3:5 if you want to find out God's opinion on how to treat foreigners living within our country. Now, as I said, I'm an ex-South Lake City Council person. And you know, when I think about what is good government, I have to tell you, I'm going to brag a little bit, I think about the people I served with in our term on South Lake City Council. And this is going back to just around the turn of the century. And what we did is we put strong ordinances in place that South Lake still enjoys to protect our residents, to protect their property values, and to protect the natural environment. And that is something that is very important. And let me say, we did all of this without raising our property taxes. We put our citizens' interests before special interests, which when you're dealing with cities, you're talking about developers who want to get certain things done because they're developing to make money. And so at the end of the day, those are ordinances that still serve South Lake well. And then I think about what's going on in Austin and the extremists down there. Well, you know what? The people in Austin, including my opponent, Giovanni Capriglione, they don't like the fact that local governments are protecting their residents, protecting the natural environment. So over the last 2 sessions in particular, they've been passing legislation, slowly but surely taking away the power of our local governments. Now, I'm not going to get into details about that because we have limited time, but I'd be happy to talk to you about it. But it's very real and it's very serious.